It is a pleasure and an honor to welcome a lady who stood me up once, but she's here tonight.
He had to put that in there. You know that wasn't you. It wasn't me. That was you.
I had to. Keke Palmer.
Oh my gosh! First of all, what you just gave, that was really awesome. Thank you. And that voice just comes at you.
Well,
I wish I could do that voice.
The gag is though.
Oh!
But the gag is it's a natural voice.
It's amazing.
It's a natural voice.
Very good.
Let me just say this off the cut. I love what you have accomplished, and I'm so excited to where you're going. I can't wait to just continue to watch you walk because your walk has been very, really nice. And obviously, as a woman of color, as a young lady just trying to get her place in society, I know every step hasn't been great, hasn't been wonderful, but you're doing it. And I'm so proud of you in every possible way. So this is an honor for you to come by and just chill in the cut with me tonight.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. It's an honor for me to be here with you. That's why I'm so happy that we finally got a chance to do this. Seriously. It's good. It's really good to sit here.
It won't be our last time. Now that we broke the yoke, boo.
Come on now.
We're in there.
Let's go. Next time it'll be on a cruise, right?
See, she's letting out my secrets already. See, that's not it. So, Miss April Lewis.
Yes.
Tell us this whole thing of who April Lewis is so people don't think I'm bugging out.
No, so April Lewis is my new character on Berlin Station. Yeah. She wasn't in Berlin Station season 1, but she is in season 2. And pretty much she is this young girl that just got out of school. She's ready. She just came from the CIA training camp, and she's ready to hit the ground running. She gets this job at the station with Ashley Judd's character. Ashley Judd's character is also new. She's also new to the station, but she's the woman in charge. And so she sees April, top of her class, and she's like, "You're my pig. I want you to come down to Berlin and work with us." And pretty much on this season, this journey, we find that, April is like every young adult trying to figure out their life. And she learns while working in the CIA that life isn't really black and white. There's shades of gray. Yeah. And working in the CIA, though it's idealized in her mind, is not exactly what she thought it would be when she hits the ground.
Wow. And you know what? Keke, a.k.a. April.
Yeah.
She does it up. I saw a little peek of like a little trail.
The show, yeah.
And man, you're powerful in this.
Oh, man.
Intellectually powerful.
Yes, it's totally awesome.
Stimulating for you.
Oh my gosh, yes. It was, first of all, being in Berlin itself was like, okay, wow. I feel like I just grew knowledge out behind just because I'm here in this different place, learning all these different things.
That was your first time?
That was my first time. I have only traveled to Europe once, you know what I mean, when I was probably like 17 to London. And then after that, I'd never gone back or anything like that. So coming here to going out there to Berlin for this show was the first time I'd ever been to Germany and the first time I'd ever spent that much time in Europe before. So I felt like really April myself, like, you know what I mean? Because April, I'm sure, was the same thing. She's American, you know what I mean? She just is now coming to Berlin, and we were both fish out of waters in a sense. So that was really cool to relate to her in that way.
Berlin Station, it hits Sunday.
15th, yes.
On Netflix.
It hits October 15th on Epix. But you can still get the first season on Netflix. So y'all better tune in and get, binge watch that first season. So you make sure you're in tune on that. Yeah, on that second season.
Yeah. And you know what? You're not only intellectually stimulating on this, but your action.
Oh my gosh.
Your action.
Yes,
What kind of training did you have to prepare yourself?
I had to do actual stunt training, gun. Because the thing is, I've handled guns in projects before for moments or a scene. Right. And I was supposed to be somebody that didn't know how to handle a gun. But this is different because April is not some rookie in handling guns. She's been trained professionally. So for me, I had to really get actual training on how to hold a gun, how to, disarm it, how to do this, how to do that, how to put somebody in this headlock or that. I had to do a lot of training, like correct training that somebody that's been training for years would know. And that was so cool. Yes, it was so cool. That was some of the stuff I was most excited about, like.
But no, you handled the dude too.
Yes, I was
she didn't just pull the
excited.
gun. She handled the dude.
Yes, I was so excited
and I
about
think that's the sexiest when a woman can defend herself. What?
Come on now. That's why, seriously, I'm into all that. I'm excited for Taraji's new action film, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking about that.
Well, Taraji has to be a good role model for you as well.
And she's a Virgo, honey. Like me.
And like me. Why do you think we got this
I should have known that my boy was a Virgo. Yes.
Boom.
When's your birthday?
September 1st.
Yes.
And you?
I'm not too far. I'm not too far in front of you. I'm August 26th.
See?
Yes.
You missed the yacht party.
Should have known.
I'm going to shut up.
So soon as we met, he started telling me about how cool his life was, y'all. I'm hearing about. I'm like, I need to go with you. Where you going? He's going everywhere, you guys.
But not as many places. I haven't been to Berlin. I've never been to Europe, so I have a lot to Go.
All right. Well, I'll give you some Europe, and you give me some of this island or wherever this groove was.
That's a bet, Virgo.
Come on now.
Hey, look, 2017, when you look, we're almost at the very
crazy?
end. Time is going by so quickly. But, you started off the year with the book.
Yes.
And I just so happened to bring in the book. So this was been really, really great for you to write.
Yes.
And to be a part of. What was the purpose, for you doing it? Because I feel it's a great inspiration for grown-ups, and I know you wrote it particularly for your generation. Yeah.
I think for me, I was approaching on a stage in my life where I was just coming to a lot of realizations, and I feel like they were coming to me normal age, what usually happens when you're 18, 19. But because of my experience and the responsibility and kind of the resources that I have as a young entertainer, I started to be able to learn how to deal with process. I was learning how to process in a very healthy way. And I was thinking to myself, how many young people are going through what I'm going through, and they don't have the resources, and they don't have the outlet, and they don't have any of these things that I have to help me really know that I'm normal, and it's okay that I have these feelings as a young human growing. And this is over the span of me being, from 17 is when I first really was thinking about my connection to my peers and how, I could use what I've been able to receive to also let them know, yo, we're the same. And so over the course of that time, from when I did my talk show, and then when I started writing the book, I actually started writing it when I was out here, living out here doing Cinderella.
Interesting. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
First African-American woman to be in that production, phenomenal. And that girl, phenomenal.
Thank you so much. Around that time, that's when I really said, okay, I also want to write this book just to put it all out there, and to really, my mind is always at, we are the same. I feel like so often there's a barrier between famous people and non-famous people that makes them believe that this person is famous because they're so special in this crazy way that the other person is not. And for me, when I started to really realize that, it really hurt me, because I felt like, well, how am I supposed to really do my work? As a servant to God's word, how am I supposed to do my work if you don't believe that you are me? If you don't see yourself in me and you put me on a pedestal, how can you see that we're on the same level and you can achieve the same things?
Because, I don't think they look beyond the horizon. And the wonderful thing about you is that your spirit keeps things real. So they're able to relate to your experiences, relate to what you view, and even see the hope of where they can possibly go.
And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's what, for me, my whole career is about. You know what I mean? And I didn't even realize it, but since I did Aquila and the Bee, and that was one of the first things my mom, was like, we have to do this movie. She saw that for me, because that's what, I came from a poor town, and all I had was hope and faith and belief in myself. And that's what I need people to know, is all that they need.
Keke Palmer, when you look back on your life, and you're still growing in so many ways, but you have got to be so happy and thankful and grateful, I would assume.
Thank you. I really am grateful. That's the word. I have so much gratitude to my family, to my mother, and for my ability to see that this is a blessing. I think that's the best thing that you can have as a person, is to see and be grateful for what you have and not thinking about what you don't have or what you could have. And so I'm happy that that's the kind of mind frame that I have, to see that, it could be over tomorrow, and I would be very grateful for everything that I've achieved and for the heart that I put out into everything I do.
Well, you put your heart into it. As a Virgo woman, I'm a Virgo man. I know how dedicated and focused you are, and I can understand how your grind is too. And you pretty much don't stop until it happens, right? I get it. I'm just
too much.
The male version.
Let us just say Michael, Beyonce. Need we say more? Mother Teresa on the spiritual tip.
Oh, go ahead.
We got everybody.
Everybody. And you know what? I'm so thankful as well. I'm celebrating my 20th anniversary. So it's a
Isn't that a
blessing.
beautiful thing?
It's a blessing to
Time
be working
flies
in
when
this
you're
game.
having fun.
It does. And it's so wonderful just to sit down and just say thank you. Thank you. Thank you is so key. So I just want to thank you again. I'm excited to see your growth, or where you have gotten to, and I can't wait to see what happens next for you, because there's a whole lot still to come. Matter of fact, Scream Queens, you're working on that as well, right?
So Scream Queens is finished. That was with Ryan Murphy, but it's so funny because the names are so the same. Scream, I'm doing Scream, which is attached to the franchise with Nev Campbell, the mask that's like,
that
crazy mask.
Yes.
Exactly. So that one we're doing for MTV, and that's actually produced by Queen Latifah, Flavor Unit.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Are you doing that as we speak?
I'm doing that as we speak. So I'm
Busy.
down over in Atlanta working on that. Also, Star. I'm doing Star, which my episode premieres this upcoming Wednesday.
Well, I'll be checking that out.
So you guys have a weekend of Keke into the week of Keke. Okay,
Look
you
at
got
that.
Sunday on Berlin Station.
Look
Then
at
you got
that.
Wednesday on Star.
And I got her tonight on The Quiet Storm, and I'm not asking for anything else but that. Thank you so much for your time.
You're the
I will
best.
see you soon.
Yes, you will.
Continue success.